Hello, my stamping friends. This is Renee Novak at blessedbycards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm here today to share with you another Make It Monday tutorial. Today, I'm going to share with you several cards that I created using the masks from the Link Together set. So we're going to use 2 and 3 on one of our cards, and we're going to use 1 and 5 on another card, and then just 1 on a card. So those are the 4 masks that we're going to use today, and they are clearly marked with numbers at the top, and they have these little notches that you can put a little mark on your scratch paper sheet, your grid paper, or your glass mat, whatever you're using to line things up. So let's start with the very first card that we're going to create, and we're going to use mask number 1. And this is the card that I created. Now I'm using Summer Splash card base and ink, and I'm using the blender brushes to apply the ink using this mask. All of the supplies and the measurements will be available on my blog in a project sheet download at blessedbycards.com. So I'm also using the beautiful butterfly bundle, and I cut out the large butterfly and colored it with the alcohol markers with Summer Splash, Daffodil Delight, and Calypso Coral. If you don't have the alcohol markers, you can also use alcohol and a watercolor brush. Just put your alcohol in the watercolor painter instead of water, and you will have an instantaneous alcohol marker for all of your colors that you need. So what I did was I started with a Summer Splash card base, and I usually do my stenciling on a larger piece and then cut it down, and all the directions are in that project sheet. So basically cut out your butterfly, do your coloring, stamp your greeting, add it to the little mask background, the Summer Splash background, and then layer up all your other things. So with the blending, what I do is I make a little mark on my either my glass mat or my grid paper, and then I tape everything down with a either painter's tape or some kind of washi tape, and then I use the blending brush to gently go over and add as much color or as little color as you want for your mask. And then on the inside, I just added a piece of basic white, and I stamped a little half butterfly from the beautiful butterflies. So that is our first card that I created using this stencil. The second card I created using number 1, and then I added the stencil number 5. And so I created this card. And it is the same central design. You start with a bigger piece of white, do your masking, and then switch out, line up your little grid marks to make a second layer. And then for this one, I added my stenciled piece to Misty Moonlight, added a strip of Misty Moonlight across here, stamped my greeting from Layering Leaves, and popped it up with Stampin' Dimensionals. Layered all of that up on a Summer Splash basic card. So you can add another piece of white to the inside and decorate that as you desire. So that is our second card. Our last card, I used 2 of the stencils, 2 different ones actually, and I used the number 2 and number 3. You can see that it's a very slight, hardly can see on the stencil, but when you do it, you get to see a little bit darker and a little shading. Hopefully you can see that, and that gives a nice dimension. Again, I did that on a larger piece, lining up my tick marks, and then I cut that down to be 3 by 4. And this is a 3 by 4 Summer Splash. I just kind of layered them on a piece of basic white. I stamped my greeting from Layering Leaves, and again, popped it up with Stampin' Dimensionals. And on the inside, I just added a basic white, and you can decorate as desired. So that's our third card. Now these are not 5-minute cards because the blending does take a little bit of patience, but they are so gorgeous when you are done. Again, you can hop on over to my blog at blessedbycards.com. You can purchase any of these supplies. You could also download your free project sheet. And I really thank you for watching. I appreciate your business. Hop on over to my blog and place your order today if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And until next time, be blessed.